Andy, first of all, let's talk about both games in general. Always competitive edge to the games when we come against local teams. How has it been from your side?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, you say to both clubs, to Kidsgrove and to Newcastle Town, thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for putting the games on. It's really important that we play against the local teams in pre-season. We boost their coffers as well, bringing the crowds. Two really competitive games, both different games. Delighted with lots of aspects from both games. The players' game time, which we spoke about pre-game, they all achieve what we want them to do. Come through the games unscathed. Young Reece maybe got a slight thigh issue from the first game this afternoon, but yeah, delighted. Kofi makes his debut after travelling for 7 hours yesterday from London, so yeah, delighted with a lot of aspects, lots of things for us to work on, lots of things for us to improve on. But we're now 3 weeks in, 3 weeks of pre-season to go, and we go away on Monday in a decent place.
You mentioned there Kofi, and you said it took him ages due to traffic to get up to Stoke-on-Trent yesterday. How impressed were you of he went through all of that yesterday to then come in and just didn't look out of place in the team already?
Yeah, listen, his mentality is incredible for a young player. He's played a lot of senior games. He's young, but he's a leader. He's a voice. He's got good experience. He'll obviously grow into the group, and it did take him 6.5, 7 hours to get here from London yesterday afternoon. So we did his medical and left it open for him to decide this morning. And he messaged me this morning at 7:30 saying he wanted to play, which is great. So we got the game time out of him. He's at a different stage of pre-season, obviously having gone back a week late with Palace. So he played 45 minutes against Barnet on Tuesday night. So we knew that we wanted to try and get 60 minutes out of him, which I think we did. Conor Grant, his first minutes of pre-season, so delighted for him to get the 45. And players are progressing. You know, some players came back the back end of June with a majority of the group, and they're now up to that 90-minute stage. And other people are joining us at different stages, so it's important that we manage all of them individually, and we grow their game time as we go through pre-season.
A word on the academy players as well. A couple of them played across both fixtures.
Yeah.
We've seen it in the behind closed doors games as well. They're growing into the team. They're in and around the group, and it's such a good environment for them to be in.
Yeah, I'm sure the experience they've had of playing against a high achieving championship team, a Premier League team on Tuesday, and then coming in a different type of game against different opponents with different and difficult challenges. So yeah, it's all part of their development, and I hope they're enjoying it and growing and learning good habits off the senior players.
Just very quickly, we spoke yesterday, we put out about the unfortunate injury to Tom Conlon, so we know the reasons why he wasn't involved today, but can we just get an update on, we've got Gavin Massey that missed, Dan Jones, Alice Harrison, and also Mal Benning weren't featuring over the two games today.
Yes, so Gavin, a tight hamstring, which he's been back on the grass now for the last 3 or 4 days with the medical team, so he will join back in on the first day in Spain. Mal Benning will do the same. He had a slight thigh, and you obviously, as a staff, you're trying to not get any kind of muscle injuries. So some tightness. So we've had to take a cautious route with both of them, but they will both been back out on the grass last 3 or 4 days, and we'll join back in with the group on Monday. Dan Jones, as a little boy, has had a little health issue, so he's been in and out of hospital over the last 24 hours, so that's the reason why Dan didn't play. And Ellis, again, another one with a tight hamstring. So as much as we want to grow game time throughout pre-season, it's no time to take risks. Could all three have played with the injuries today? Probably at a push if they really had to. So we've got to err on the side of caution, and that's what we did.
Next game is against Grimsby away in Spain during the pre-season camp. What can fans expect from that camp, from what the players going to be going through?
They can expect hot weather, I think. The boys go there to spend 24 hours a day with each other for 5 or 6 days, to grow, to get to know each other, to get to know the person rather than the footballer, and what makes them tick, and what's their family and what's their history of life. We're there to get fitter, we're there to develop our style, both with and without the ball, and we want to develop every aspect. We're also there to have a little bit of fun at the right time as well, and bond with each other, because we are a new group. I think that's 10 incomings now, so it's going to take time. You're at that early stage now, forming a new group, so every little thing we can do on and off the pitch is going to help that grow.
And how different is it going to be for you going into your first pre-season camp as a manager?
How different is it going to be? I'm not sure, I've got to be honest. It's been busy, it's been challenging, it's everything I thought it was going to be, but I'm lucky that I've got a fantastic group of players and a fantastic group of staff who are giving me unbelievable support, and we'll grow together.